Hi, I'm Sue Elliott.
And I'm Ed Holland. In this special three-part edition of the Olympia Insider, we're looking into legal guardianship and its alternatives.
In the first part of the series, we learned about what legal guardianship actually is. In the second part, we'll focus on the many alternatives to guardianship. And finally, we're going to look at the individual's rights.
This series is part of a project called Informing Families Building Trust, a trusted source of information that you can rely upon. Resources about guardianship and other information that affects your lives can be found at the Informing Families Building Trust website at www.informingfamilies.org.
For this part of this special series, we spoke to David Lord of Disability Rights of Washington.
He emphasizes how important it is to understand the rights and the abilities of the individual in determining the level of support he or she needs.
Whenever you want to help someone, the first thing to do is to ask that person what he or she wants and needs. And the most important thing is to consider the person as a whole. Consider what the person is able to do. Don't just focus on the disability.
You might think that you actually need to be a legal guardian to help an adult with a developmental disability make decisions.
In fact, when it comes to decision-making authority, less is more. Guardianship should always be the last resort.
In most cases, all that's needed is informal guidance from family members and trusted friends. Beyond that, a government agency can appoint a payee to handle supplemental security, Social Security, and other government benefits. There are trusts and joint bank accounts. There are support services that provide for case and money management. An individual can give a trusted friend or a family member a power of attorney to make medical decisions or manage money. And under the state's informed consent law, a parent, sibling, or other close family member can consent to medical treatment on the person's behalf.
Safety is a major concern for people with developmental disabilities.
You do not have to be a guardian to look after the welfare of a friend or family member. Any interested person can ask the courts for a vulnerable adult protection order to protect someone from abuse, neglect, abandonment, or exploitation.
If less restrictive alternatives are not successful, guardianship is always an alternative.
As we learned in the first part of this series, there are different types and levels of guardianship.
Full guardianship has the broadest authority. It grants the ability to make financial, social, and medical decisions. Limited guardianship is more tailored to the individual's circumstances. In either case, there are important limitations on a guardian's authority. A guardian really can't make a person do something that he or she doesn't want to do. For example, a person can't be dragged to the dentist if they don't want to go in for dental care.
When it comes right down to it, a trusted relationship is often more effective than guardianship in helping a person make decisions for him or herself.
Tune in to part 3 of this special series of the Olympia Insider, where we focus on guardianship and the individual's rights.
For more information about the alternatives to guardianship and other services, resources, and policies that are important to people with developmental disabilities, visit the Informing Families Building Trust website.
Thanks for watching another edition of the Olympia Insider.